We have a new king in the UFC's featherweight division, Ilia Topuria, El Matador, and we are asking the question, how long can El Matador reign as champion? How long can he hold that belt? Because there are a lot of very interesting matchups in the UFC featherweight division. I'm disappointed that the most interesting one is Max Holloway because I'm not sure if we are going to be able to see that, but I'll get onto that in a second. As of right now, I think the most likely option, aside from a potential Volkanovski rematch, which I will do a separate video on, is Movsar Evloev, because you look at the top five right now, Volkanovski just got knocked out, Holloway is fighting at featherweight, lightweight against Gaethje, Rodriguez is coming off a loss, Ortega is coming off a loss, and Lord knows what else. Evloev is coming off a win streak, and he's undefeated. So I think that might be the most likely fight for Topuria, which is an interesting one because it's kind of come out of left field. And, Evloev, he can definitely give Topuria some trouble, but Ilia Topuria has a 92% takedown defense percentage, so I would not put a lot of money on Evloev troubling Topuria too much. I can see this being similar to the Bryce Mitchell win. Maybe he won't put him down as quickly or as devastatingly as he did to Mitchell, because Mitchell's striking is just not good, but I can see Topuria having a similar result. And it's a shame, in fact it's a real shame that we didn't see proper judging in that Arnold Allen Movsar Evloev fight, because if we had, Arnold Allen should be in the top 5, because I think the guy who is going to give Ilia Topuria the most trouble is somebody who has hands that are just as fast as his. Because Alexander Volkanovski, we know he's exceptional in the fight IQ department and virtually everywhere, but he's not very athletically gifted, and Ilia Topuria's hand speed was the difference, and his power and his fight IQ. So I think Arnold Allen might actually be one of the tougher fights for him because his hands are really sharp and really fast when he lets them go. So, that's a fight which I hope to see down the line. Looking at Yair Rodriguez, if he gets past Brian Ortega, he's an interesting fight for anybody because he's very fast and very devastating on the feet. But Rodriguez, and I've been saying this about him for years, he mostly looks good against fighters who stand in front of him and don't have the same athleticism as he does to fire back. Like, when Jeremy Stevens was fighting in the early rounds against him, he just wasn't as quick as Rodriguez was. And later on in the fight, when Rodriguez got tired, he was holding on for dear life. It's almost amazing he didn't get stopped. And if it was a 5-round fight like it should have been, he probably would have got stopped. Josh Emmett is, again, just very easy to hit. So I don't see Rodriguez posing too many problems for Topuria. I think Topuria will, first of all, not get caught as much as Volkanovski did, and his hands are faster than Rodriguez, or they're just as fast. His kicks aren't any slower, and again, Ilia Topuria has a really good fight IQ. He knows how to counter kicks really well, and I see him countering Yair Rodriguez, possibly taking him down or just hurting him on the feet, and then maybe taking him to the ground and pounding him. So that would be a tough fight, but I would pick Topuria to win. Brian Ortega, his striking defense is not good. We've seen him get picked apart and have years taken off of his life from, multiple opponents, and this guy is coming off a however many year layoff and recovering from however many injuries I've forgotten. So I don't think Ortega would be too much of a problem for Topuria. I think Topuria will just stop the takedowns and piece him up on the feet, and we might need to call the cops for that one. Max Holloway. I think this is by far the toughest fight for Ilia Topuria, and it is a fight which Max Holloway could win. And if he did, maybe we're seeing him as the greatest featherweight of all time, because I think Ilia Topuria is going to go a long way as champion. And the reason why Max Holloway is the toughest fight, in my opinion, is because even though his striking defense is not good and he gets picked apart a lot, he just has an insane fighting heart and instinct to where he fires back at his opponents almost instinctually. He doesn't even have to think about what he's going to throw. He just does it naturally. So if you hit Max Holloway, you know 1, 2, 3 strikes are coming back immediately, all at once. And Ilia Topuria, I think, can definitely withstand that because his fight IQ, again, is, I wouldn't say it's underrated, but I'll say this, a lot of people, in my opinion, don't talk about Ilia Topuria's awareness on the feet. He doesn't just march forward trying to knock people out. He's very intelligent about how he goes about his business and how he picks his opponents apart and how he doesn't give them opportunities to hit him back. Max Holloway, on the other hand, loves to take 10 to give 1, and that will be a problem for Max Holloway because I can guarantee you Ilia Topuria is going to hit him harder than Alexander Volkanovski did in their 3 fights. He's going to hit him harder than Yair Rodriguez did with his hands. Rodriguez has better kicks, but as far as hand power, Ilia Topuria is a tougher matchup. He's going to hit him harder than Calvin Kattar did. So that's a very interesting fight. Although we've seen Max Holloway against Arnold Allen, you can have fast hands, you can have a lot of athleticism, you can have youthful energy, but if you don't have the awareness and the ability to get out of Max Holloway's long-range punches, then he's going to pick you apart, and that's exactly what he did. So I definitely would love to see that fight, but I'm disappointed because I don't think we're going to see it, because Max Holloway, if he beats Justin Gaethje, he's definitely staying at lightweight, there's no question about it. If he loses and loses badly, I don't think we're going to see Max Holloway's chin last all that much longer, and it's a real shame because if Ilia Topuria were to be able to beat Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski back to back, I mean, we're talking about a guy who is very close to creeping into that top 3, top 2 all-time great featherweight status already. In my opinion, the greatest featherweight of all time is Jose Aldo, and I will do a video on this, but I want to talk about Alexander Volkanovski's legacy in another video. Let me know what you guys think down below. A lot of exciting stuff to talk about. Catch you guys later. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.